So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through team defensive game strategies, some things. And the first two things that we'll do before we want to open that up to questions, okay, as far as what should we do here, what do you think here, your experience, is we'll go over some basic cuts and relays. And I'll take that, and then we'll go through some bunt defenses, and maybe a first and third, you'll take that. Okay. So here's what I need. I need a group of third basemen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. They play third base. 1, 2, Jim, 3, 4. You guys are shortstops. Right here. Dave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are my second baseman. Wilson family, 2, 3. Everybody else, you guys are my first base. Actually, give me a few pictures. Pictures. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Okay, this is nobody on base. Everybody else, come to a position. If I need to give you a spot, go to wherever you want. Nobody on base, and that pitcher gives up a base hit, and we go to left field. Our shortstops go out. Peter, like you're going to field the ball. Go ahead and walk out. Let's move around a little bit. Second baseman, you're coming over here. Okay, pitcher. A lot of times we have guys pitching-wise that are always what? They give up the hit and they're standing right in the middle of the diamond, right? And there's always somewhere there for them to be. So if that ball is hit to left field and there is nobody on base, your job is to back up somewhere in between first and second base. If that ball gets away from the second baseman, we're here. You hold your ground always. So if he takes a big turn, we get to higher levels, we can have that back pick. Come back to your spots, okay? Ball to center field. Base hit right through the middle, nobody on base. Who do we always want to have take that relay throw? Shortstop, ball to center field, because he is probably one of our better players. So shortstops, you go out. Come on, guys. Andrew's fielding the ball. You're here to second. You're backing up. We hold our ground. Okay? Base hit, nobody on base, to right field. Now who's out? Second baseman, go out. You're to the base. Pitchers are here, and our left fielder, who is not involved in the play, could probably go where? Peter, you're probably backing up third base in case the play develops to that base. Okay? Basic relays back in with nobody on base. Okay? Go ahead and come back to your spots.
On left field, should right come and back up the throw or go to first in case there's a play?
Yeah, you're already exposing me. I missed that. Thank you. Okay? The main one where we get into some confusion or things that we want to work in our practice is what we call the sure double. Okay? The sure double, whether there's nobody on base or there's runners on base. First, we'll talk about nobody on base. The sure double, and it's important, I think, with your teams that you define what that is, because that should be a terminology or a term that you use when you're working your cuts and relays. The sure double, other than the ball that's going off the wall, is when those outfielders' backs are turned. When they are turned to the infield and they are running for that ball off the bat, that is a sure double. And we always want to make sure we line up a base ahead. That's a key point for us on cuts and relays. If it's a sure double, we don't want to line up two because he has two. We've identified that, okay? And you're probably helping your kids from the dugout, yelling the relay call or, hey, it's a sure double, and then let's line up a base ahead. The best way to simulate all of this, again, if you can't hit a fungo, is like Mikey said with the ground ball, stand in the middle of the diamond and throw it and have them move to the spots before you take it to a full deal. This is something, if you coach your teams in practice and you're by yourself, this is a great team defensive drill to make sure that they are having the correct terminology and they're moving to the spots. If we have a sure double in the left center field gap, Peter and Andrew go out, a sure double. Who goes out and gets that? Shortstop always gets that. A sure double. You are coming over here. Third, actually, yeah, you guys are here, you guys are out. Okay? If we get to the higher levels, and it is a sure double. This is going to be basic for us if we're playing on small fields. The shortstop will get that ball. Third baseman here. Pitchers are backing up third because we're going to the base ahead on a ball to the left center field gap. This is whether there's nobody on base, okay? Whether there's nobody on base, or this is even second and third or runner on third. Anytime first base is not occupied, this is our rotation. For the higher levels, for Pony, where the fields may be a little bit bigger, okay, then the sure double is going to be to the left center field gap, that shortstop move out. Second baseman is going to trail behind the shortstop, okay, no more than about 10 feet. Come on, guys, come on, move out. Right here. No more than about 10 feet, okay, is the double cut for the higher ages, okay? And the reason we do double cuts is not so the shortstop and then the second baseman touch the ball. The double cut is so if that outfielder picks the ball up and throws it over my shortstop, who's the lead guy, who gets it? The second baseman. And he could be yelling, go, go, go. Okay, so he gets that ball, and then we can control that in there. Does that make sense? Okay, now, if we go down the left field line, guys, come out of the bushes, go to the left field corner. That shortstop is going to go out. This is where, again, lower levels, it's just the shortstop. He's out there, but he's got to move over in line with third base. Okay, if it's the higher levels, this is a tough run for the second baseman, but he's got to get all the way over there, because the worst thing in the world we can happen is have that relay throw from the outfielder get by the shortstop, and then the ball's lying there in the middle of the field and we don't have anybody to pick it up. Okay, so the second baseman to a ball left field corner, he's got to get all the way over there and bust and get 10 feet behind that shortstop. Okay, sure double to the right center field gap. Andrew and Vanacini is going to the right center field gap. Now who's out leading? Second baseman, come on, little jog. Second baseman. Again, you guys are here at second base for the lower levels. Mustang. Okay, you guys are here at second base. You guys are out, relay men, and we are lining up to 3. But ball to the right side, second baseman go out. Ball to the left side, shortstops go out. Now if it's a higher level team, now the shortstop. Come on, you're trailing behind on the double cut. Okay, 10 feet behind. 10 feet behind. The one thing, whether it's to the right center field gap or the left center field gap or the line here on the left field side that we can have, and this may be a little bit more, but your higher levels may be able to do this, is if it's a sure double, when first base is not occupied, second and third, runner at third, or nobody on, what can you do? Trail the runner. Right? Right center field gap. Second baseman's out. Shortstop's out. Runner's coming. First baseman will follow behind that runner. So if he does not go to third, which we're lined up for, you can throw right here and we have a play at second base. Does that make sense? Yes. Mm-hmm. Pitchers have to follow the play. We're lining up 3. If it is cut and he's not going to 3 and there's a play here, then you come from third back to the middle, and here you are. Okay?
But the second cut, he's there to back up in case they mess up. Correct. It should be going to the first cut, and the first cut should be going straight to the back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's there to clean up the mess.
Right.
If there is a mess.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the point and the point?
The point and the
short hop or overthrow? That's the other reason why the trail guy's there.
No, teach me.
Double relay, right?
Sure. For the higher levels, yeah.
Yeah, for the higher level, for the double relay. So when you have this distance right here, what happens is when the outfielder gets the ball, makes a throw, he's not going to crow hop. He's just getting it in. So we need to set our relay up out a little further. Now, if that ball over our first relay, our primary guy, is going to be over his head or it's going to be a short hop, what he needs to do is he points, yells take, 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 or points take, take, take. So now that trail guy knows, okay, I'm the relay guy now, and I'm going to either field it in the air because it's an overthrow, or that short hop should be now a perfect one hop, and then I keep going. The other thing is that trail guy, he's basically, his head's on a swivel. He's echoing where the play is going to be going. He's letting the lead guy know, Ray, we're going 3, set up 3, set up 3. Now he's got to look for that throw to see if he needs to make that relay. Right. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. So again, it's a very simple, just point, take, 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 point, take, 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 clear out of the way. The second guy is there for that relay.
But he's also the guy talking to the shortstop to tell him what's happening.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3, or
right.
you know.
Okay, so those are common ones. Let's talk plays to the plate. Okay, we want to prevent that run. Runner on second, bases loaded, whatever it is, it's going to be a play at the plate. If that ball is hit through the 6-hole right here, okay, and that throw, let's say a runner at second base, and that play is going to be coming home, okay, who is out for the relay for that left fielder? You. Third baseman. Any ball from left center over to the left field line is going to be that third baseman. So boom, you're here, that ball gets hit, that runner's coming home. We're going to sink right here. Well, for you guys, it's probably going to be between the base and the mound. Right here, 4-4-4. Shortstop, third baseman, you're here. Shortstop, you're over here covering third. Come on, guys. Here we go. Beautiful. Right here, 4-4-4. This is left field line, right at him, or left center on a ball that's in front of him. This is not a sure double. This is a base hit that's going to score a run, and we have that play at the plate. We are right here, and that is where our catcher, terminology we use is relay, meaning get that ball and let's have it keep coming. Or if we got a guy with a strong arm, what we say is go, 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 meaning don't touch it, let it hop, and it's going to go right away. But he is here, and if he is not going, shortstops who are now at third base can say, cut 3. Catcher can say, cut 3, we catch, and we're here. We got that? Center field. Go ahead and go back to your spot. Center field. Okay, ball hit the center field, runner at second base. That play is coming home. Okay, who is my relay guy here? First baseman, come on over. First baseman, come on over. Ball hit the center field. Here we are. Okay, and we are the relay guys. I think for our level that we're at, let's be in front of, this way, the mound. A lot of times guys want to stand right on top of the mound here. That's the worst place in the world to be. And to make sure we control that ball, I want to be right in front of that mound, because if it gets over my head, it's going to take one hop and be in a pretty good place. Okay? But I want to be right here, 4-4-4. Okay? Right here, 4-4-4.
What are the shortstop and second baseman doing there?
Second baseman's going to come over here to first base. Okay?
Shortstop covering second.
And shortstop here are going to be hanging out, actually. Hanging out, covering second. Okay, but we're saying right now the scenario is runner on second. You can be backing up third as well in case there's a pick to third. That's a little bit higher up. But right now we're just making sure that second and third, bases loaded, whatever it is, that first baseman gets to the middle, because he's going to be the guy they're looking for. Okay, same thing here to right field. Okay, ball hit to right field, first baseman sinks, he's right here as the relay man. Shortstop moves over to second base. Second baseman moves over here, and our first baseman are the relay guys here. On a play at the plate, runners at second and third, bases loaded, ball in front of them, plays coming to the plate here. Okay, any questions with any of that? This is an open forum here, there's no breakout session. So
the trick there you said was this is always with the ball in front of the outfield.
Ball in front of the outfield, not the sure double. Ball in front of the outfielder on a play to the plate. On a play to the plate. Okay? Any other questions with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
in general, on all the pickoff throws, they don't seem to get lined very well. I mean, who controls that?
So what base you're throwing to,
Right.
that guy is responsible for communicating where he needs to be.
So
Okay?
left, left,
so
left,
if you're going
right,
three,
right.
if it's a sure double and you're lining up for 3, let's say it's to the left center field gap, it's the third baseman's responsibility. The guy whose bag it's going to, he's responsible for lining up the relay guys. If it's coming home, the catcher's responsible for lining up the first baseman here or the third baseman here. Okay, and a lot of times what you'll get is is everybody's going to end up talking. And that's where we got to teach, bag responsibilities, right? One voice. It's the guy whose base it's coming to that we want to have communicating that relay call. Okay?
The other thing with that is, as the relay guy, you want to try to have them get it lined up within so if the third baseman, I'm the shortstop on this relay, I need to have my head on swivel so I know I'm in a line where they only have to tell me right one or left one. But if I'm all the way over here and they're like left, that's just too much. So as a relay guy, try to get them to at least know what the base is and be in the general area, so the guy that's lining them up doesn't have to move them too much one way or the other.
I think with the lower levels, to simplify things here as much as we can, the best thing, and you've achieved success, if you can have your team and your players understand that any ball from left center to left field probably is going to be your shortstop's play, unless it's coming home. So he knows he's got that side, so they react the right way. If it's to the right center field gap or the right field line, it's going to be this second baseman, because we still get this confusion at the high school level. We'll have a ball go to the right center field gap, and we've got the shortstop going out. That's not the guy that we want. It's the second baseman that should be going out, because he's the first responder. He's the first man on scene, right? He's the first guy out there because it's on his side of the diamond. Unless it's coming home, then it's that first baseman, okay, to the middle. So if you can, lower levels, Pinto, Mustang, definitely get them to understand that that's your responsible side of the field on these plays. And again, the best way to work that is maybe, and we'll talk about this at the end, plan your practice to take 30 minutes, and you're just throwing balls and you're having to move around and understand those responsibilities by seeing scenario after scenario. We'll do that at the high school level. It's a fundamental thing from 8 years old all the way to 18. We'll sit there and we'll fungo balls, simulated, situations for 45 minutes, just move. So they're moving to the right spot. Baseball is definitely a game like that where the game doesn't change. It's the same game over and over. So if we can understand how to react when that ball is off the bat, and we practice that way, then we're going to be in a good spot to react the right way and understand our responsibilities. Jim.
So a ball hit out the right, second baseman going out. Now, if he wants the play to go home, what do you want him yelling? Home, home?
Well, then that's going to be on the catcher, who's the eyes of the field, to say now that play is. So we can always check down, I guess you want to say, but we can't check up. So if we call 2 and now it's 4, well, that's going to be tough. But we always want to be a base ahead so we can check down. So I guess my point is, on a sure double, we can say 3, 3, 3, and if it's not happening at 3, we can check down to 2. But if we even think there's going to be a play at 4, then we should yell 4 from the beginning.
The second baseman or the catcher?
The catcher.
Can they hear it up?
Well, they should. I mean, they should reiterate, like Mikey was saying. I mean, the guy going out should reiterate. And now it's not 4, we check down to 2. But the bottom line is to take care of the baseball, and preserve runs. Let's always go to the base ahead. It shouldn't be, hey, let's go to the base first, and then all of a sudden we have to adjust to protect the run, right? The base ahead theory in cuts and relays is to protect against the run. Let's go to the base ahead to protect him getting further to home plate, and then check down if we have to. Instead of, well, let's go 2. Well, all of a sudden now we gotta go to 4. We should have done that from the beginning.
So when it's if the play's at the plate,
Correct.
and let's say someone's at first and it's a sure double, it's a double.
Correct.
Okay. Does the cutoff man just go out further because it's going to be a longer throw, or do one of these come in and act as a medium cutoff man?
If the ball is hit to the left center field gap and there's a runner on first base, now it's a 4 call because we're going off the base ahead with the runner at first. Then we have the shortstop out, and the second baseman would sink into the middle.
But so in other words, the first, as opposed to or let's go to left field, as opposed to the third baseman going out, so that he's say at the grass.
Yes.
The shortstop should take it if it's far.
Anytime it's a sure double, it's not him and it's not him. It's our middle guys that are going to be the first responders.
Okay.
It's a sure double. If it's not a sure double, which means it's a ball in front of him, his back is not turned, and we're coming 4, then it's one of the corner guys, depending on what side of the field the ball's hit on.
And then this other guy lines up for a double relay, I assume, in case it's needed. In other words, if it's a sure double, the shortstop's going for the cut. I guess the third baseman has to stay at third. He can't. Yeah.